No way, bro. You catch a gar, you gotta hit him over the head with a paddle so you can get your bass lure back. I don't even think you can eat gar. Aren't they toxic or something? They might kill you, bro. I'd like to take this opportunity to give a huge shout out to all my sponsors for helping my bass dreams come true. Gar? You mean the fish with all the teeth? Ew, gross. Follow me on Instagram though at ThongGirlFishing, where I catch a lot of fish in my bikini. Well, actually my boyfriend Jeff catches the fish, but I take pictures with him. Gar! Trash fish! Trash fish! Only fish you need, crappie, slab crappie. Tell you what, you catch a gar, you throw it up on the bank. Ain't worth no count. Ain't worth no count. Chances are, you've probably heard a comment like one of those before in your fishing career. I'm here to try and debunk those. Gar, they taste like fish. Only thing I'll say is different about gar between any other fish I've tried is they kind of got the texture of chicken instead of flaky fish. That could be off-putting to some people. Don't bother me. And in this video I'm going to show you how to clean gar, which is different than cleaning other fish. Gar tough and scales you got to cut through that armor. You can't just use a fillet knife, you need a couple extra tools. Takes a little bit longer, but you get a whole lot more meat off a gar than you do regular fish, so it's kind of worth it. I'm also going to show you one way that I like to cook gar. Cut it in little bitty pieces like you would popcorn chicken. Like I said, it's got the texture of chicken, but popcorn chicken, popcorn gar. So hang out with me, watch this video, hopefully you'll learn something. Gar. It's chicken of the slough. Get yourself some gar. We usually get ours by bow fishing. That's the ones that I use in this video from a bow fishing trip, but we catch them on jugs a lot. You can go out there and try to catch them on purpose with bass lures. However you do it, get a hold of some. Now it's time to clean your gar. You're going to need a couple things you wouldn't normally use to clean fish. You're also going to need a very sharp fillet knife. I got this one from Fish Elite. I'll leave a link to their Amazon store down below. Along with a fillet knife, you're also going to need a pair of tin snips. This is going to be used to cut through the back of the gar so you can actually get to the meat itself. And you're going to need a hacksaw. A hacksaw is going to be used to cut through right behind the head of the gar and right down towards the tail. This will make it so much easier on you. I kill my gar by putting them on ice as soon as I leave the lake. To me, that's the easiest, most humane to deal with them. The first thing you're going to do is take your hacksaw and towards the end of the tail, go ahead and start sawing down. You don't want to saw completely through the bottom of the fish. You want to leave a little bit on there. Kind of tough at first. Once you get it started, it'll work through. I'm also using a metal cutting blade on this hacksaw. Once you get the back cut down, go ahead about 1 inch from the head and start sawing down just like you did on the back. I keep a water hose kind of trickling water next to my fish cleaning station. That way I can wash all my tools off as I go. Keep everything a little cleaner. Alright, now it's time for the tin snips. I start at the head of the gar, get right in the middle of the back of the gar, and just start snipping. You're going to snip all the way down, trying to stay straight as you can in the center of the gar's back. Alright, next step is to try to peel the skin of this gar away from the meat. And the way you're going to do that is take your fillet knife and just try to get the tip inside from that center line you cut and just kind of work it against the inside of that skin. It's kind of hard to get it started, but after you get it about an inch or so, it gets to where you can kind of peel the skin away. You can kind of see how, what you're working with. It's not the easiest thing in the world to do. The more of these fish you clean, the easier it gets. But just take your time. I mean, it is gar. I ain't trying to downplay the fish. So many people just want to throw these fish on the bank or leave them at the boat ramp after they get done bow fishing. So I'm not trying to say, it's okay if you waste some meat, but like I said, you do a few of these, you'll get the hang of it. So don't beat yourself up if you kind of mangle the first one or two, because you'll get the hang of it. You can always use what you have left over for catfish bait. Catfish eat anything. Just keep working your knife between the skin and the meat. It'll get easier and easier as you go. You don't want to go all the way through. Make sure you do not cut into the guts of the fish. Gar eggs are toxic to humans, so try to avoid those at all costs. Now once you get down towards the bottom of the belly, you can pretty much lay that flap of skin all the way over and kind of get it out of your way. You don't want to cut the skin completely off. Help protect your meat from getting on the table or anything. You'll leave that on there. And now what you're going to do is start on the other side, do the same thing. And then you get your both sides flayed out like that. It's time to start cutting the meat out. What I do is try to find the center where the spine is and just kind of start slicing it. Gar really aren't anything but one big rib cage all the way down. So what you're going to do is just like you would a regular fish, take your fillet knife and cut down to you can feel the ribs. You're going to do this all the way down the fish. Now you're just going to work your fillet knife down the rib bones to remove the meat from the fish. All the way down, you get one big nice gar tenderloin. And you're going to repeat the whole process on the other side. And that's it. You got a clean gar now. You can use any other pieces you want to, like I said, for catfish bait. You're not really going to get much more meat of that tail section because it gets real thin back there. But, if you want to be real particular about it, you could try to get some more meat out of it, or like I said, use it for catfish bait. Now it's time to cook your gar. I always vacuum seal all my fish. If you're going to eat a lot of fish, I highly suggest you go out and get you a vacuum sealer, even if it's a real cheap one. That way you can, label your fish like I did here, what it is, where you caught it, and what date. And it lasts a lot longer, a whole lot easier to defrost too. Now you want to take your gar and cut it in little bite-sized pieces. Once you get your gar all cut up, I transfer mine into some kind of Tupperware or a bowl. And then what I'm going to do is cover it with buttermilk and let it sit for anywhere from 30 minutes to even a couple hours. Ain't going to hurt. Give it a little mix, make sure all the pieces are coated in buttermilk. You're going to set it to the side, and then we're going to start working on the dry ingredients for our batter. Any kind of fish fry batter will work. This is what I like to use. I like salt, black pepper, garlic powder, red pepper, and smoked paprika. And I add that to equal parts of cornmeal and flour. And get yourself a bowl, something that's got a lid for it, and put all your dry ingredients into it. Once you get all your ingredients in it, put your lid on and give it a good shake to mix all the ingredients together. Now you have your fish fry batter. Now once your fish is soaked in the buttermilk for a while, you're going to drain off any extra buttermilk you have left over, and you're going to put your pieces in the dry mixture. Put the lid on, give it a shake, take your coated pieces out, and repeat the process until you got all your fish pieces battered up. Next step is go ahead and fry your fish. I use peanut oil. You can use whatever oil you want to. I fry them in small batches, 350 degrees. Don't take very long with these small pieces. Ain't rocket science. Cook it till it's done. Now I know I've kind of oversimplified and went over a lot of stuff most of you already know, but you never know who's going to watch this video. Once your gar is cooked, go ahead and put it on some paper towels, let it cool off. And that's it. You got popcorn gar. It's time to do a little taste test. Alright, I'm here with one of the pickiest eaters I know, my daughter Paisley. And she's going to try gar for the first time and get her a real reaction to it, whether she likes it or not. Let's try it.
Tastes like chicken.
Tastes like chicken. It don't taste like fishy chicken? Don't? It just tastes like chicken? Do you like it? Would you eat it again? You like it better than catfish? No? You'd rather have catfish? It's kind of tough, ain't it? And put some lemon juice on it?
Yeah.
I like mine with a little lemon juice. A little bit of hot sauce. Cheers. Gar! Trash fish! Trash fish!